If you're in the market for a compact sedan, the new Jetta should be one to consider. Today, we're taking a look at what this new generation has to offer. Special thanks to McKenna Volkswagen for lending me this car to review for you guys. They are located in 18711 Beach Boulevard, Huntington Beach, California. Alright, so some pretty big changes for the Jetta. First, of course, we have the looks, which have improved a lot. I think the car looks more in your face, a little bit more aggressive, more sporty. The side profile looks classy, looks elegant. This one in particular is the R-Line, which gives you a looks package. Basically, you get nicer bumpers and some pretty good looking wheels. They're 17-inch, and overall, I really like the design. Alright, so one of the biggest changes is actually the platform. The new Jetta sits in VW's MQB platform, which they use for most models, and they even use in Audi. And this is great news because the chassis responds very well and the ride quality is very, very good. So now moving to the back of the Jetta, and we have some pretty good looking LED taillights. My favorite thing about the car is the power tailgate and the trunk space. The Jetta always had the biggest trunk capacity in its segment. Now it's no different. In fact, it's bigger than before, and you can even fold down the seats pretty much flat, which will give you even more room. Now sitting on the back of the Jetta, and overall is quite comfortable, fair amount of headroom and good amount of leg room. Obviously this is not a Passat, but still pretty good. I'm 5'11", just to give you guys a reference. We'll have also a couple of cup holders here and armrest, and with the R-Line you get heated seats, but there's no AC or charging, and that's a little bit weird. I think they should include at least the AC vents, but yeah, obviously you'll have to go up a trim to get that feature. Alright, so now sitting on the front of the Jetta, which is overall pretty nice. I like the layout. I always like the fact that VWs have the center console pretty low, so it gives you the feel of more space. I like the seats. They're actually pretty comfortable. They're on the firm side, but not too firm. Alright guys, let's do a little point of view here from the interior. We have this nice looking wheel with the flat bottom and the R-Line badge. This is gonna be obviously for the R-Line package. Some contrast stitching as well. The new Jetta has the safety features from VW, obviously, so by clicking that button, you can check what you have, and if you wanna turn something off, you can do it from there. The dashboard overall looks good. Pretty much everything you need is gonna be on the center screen. And then let's just move on to the head unit, which is the 6-inch from VW. Very easy to use, very responsive. You have the app connect here. The only thing it doesn't have is the XM radio. So overall, a very good unit. You have FM, AM, SD cards, USB, pretty much everything you need. All right, now let's start it up and go for a drive. All right, so right off the bat, I can tell you guys, this chassis is so comfortable. It's very similar to driving something like an Audi A4, so that's a lot of value right there. So the only thing that bothers me really about the powertrain is that when you're on drive, moving around town, it feels a little bit sluggish, like it needs a little bit more power. And that's not because it needs more power, it's only because the transmission is set up to basically use the highest gear available. But if you don't want that to happen, you can just set it to sport mode, and then it's gonna rev it up a little bit more, giving you more power. It's gonna feel a lot better to drive around town. So now we're taking some turns here, and the car is pretty flat. It's not much body roll. So the only engine available for the Jetta is the 1.4 turbo now. Used to be able to upgrade to a 1.8 turbo, but they're pretty much sticking to the 1.4 engine, which has been around for a few years, and overall it's a pretty good engine. You could use maybe just a tiny bit more power, but honestly, once you get going, it's pretty quick. Now let's give it the beans a little bit. Yeah, like I was saying, this 1.4 is a pretty good engine. It is quick, but in my opinion could use a little bit more power, especially because now the Jetta is a little bit bigger. I'm gonna throw it into a turn here. Yeah, the chassis is amazing. Very little body roll, but at the same time it's comfortable. It doesn't beat you up. It absorbs bumps very well. And I can see this being a pretty good car for long trips even. It feels a little bit disconnected to the road, obviously. like most brand new cars. Unfortunately, there's not much feel from the wheel, it's very numb, but it's pretty easy to steer, and the steering is good. It's just that it's just no feel. Now the brake actually feels good. They bite very well, and you get a decent amount of feel from the pedal. So definitely digging the brakes, but I definitely love how comfortable it is. My favorite thing about the car. Alright guys, so just to summarize, overall it's a pretty good value. You get an amazing ride quality and great looks. The not so good things, you could use a little bit more power, and then it's a little bit short on the features unless you go for a mid to higher trims. Thank you so much for watching. This is Seth with Turvoids. Keep an eye out for new reviews. We'll see you very soon.